Medieval Dynasty was released all the way back in 2020, so why is it still so popular? A lot of this kind of comes down to the frankly amazing dev team that has been pretty persistent in releasing regular updates to the game, adding a load of new content. We even got things like a co-op mode coming in December, which I'm honestly kind of looking forward to playing. But it's actually been a couple of years since I last played Medieval Dynasty, so let's start a new world and see what this game is all about. Loading back into this, it kind of feels like finding an old friend again. I remember all this, it's all coming back to me now. If we speak to this guy, he should be able to give me my starting quests. Although I see that they kind of still have no voice acting in the game, which would kind of be nice to add. One thing I absolutely love about this game is you can build literally anywhere. Anywhere there's space, you can put a building down. So I'm thinking, just on the other side of this river, over a nice little wooden bridge, the perfect spot for our first house. Just gotta get this stone foundation in, and then we can get the wooden structure up. You really do need to chop down an awful lot of trees to build yourself a house. Timber! I'm sure that went a lot quicker for you in the edit than it did for me. The time I collected all the resources I needed, that's taken me about 20 minutes just to build myself a small little hut. But there we go, we have progressed to the next chapter. So next we need to think about food. And for that, we need to go hunting. And for that, we're going to need a weapon. So let's get some logs and start crafting ourselves some wooden spears. Now, it is really easy to die in this game, so rather than hunting something dangerous like a fox or a boar, I'm going to try and hit this duck. Damn it, I actually missed. Duck number 2, and we lunge, and I still missed. Okay, apparently ducks are a little bit harder to hunt than I initially thought. Come here, you feathered fiend, you will eat my spear. Yes! And now that duck has probably sank, and we probably can't skin it for food anymore. Well, it is getting dark on the first day, so we better get back to our house, let's get to sleep, and then we can have a fresh day tomorrow. I think just how aggressively open world this game is something that has contributed significantly to its popularity. It really can just kind of go anywhere. There are no arbitrary level caps or certain locked areas behind quests. You can really just do anything. Although I suppose the flip side of that is that you sometimes do have to walk a really long way. I'm just on the way back to my little house, but I suppose we should start thinking about trying to befriend one of the female species. We do at some point at least need a wife. Or at the very least, see if they ever at some point want to actually join us on our village. Wow, she just said yes? I'm not sure that's a good thing. She doesn't even like me. Never mind a wife, I think she's just moved into my village. Oh god, well, let's at least try and flirt with her very slightly. Now, the reason why what I've just done is so bad is because we are really not set up for this. So this lady has now essentially moved into my village. She doesn't have a house. We have no food for her. We have no water for her. We have no firewood for her. We have no jobs for her. We don't really have anything. So, in some desperate attempt to make this kind of work, we're going to try and quickly knock up a second house. We can then get her in the house, we'll have to chart stopping for firewood, we'll have to build a well, and then we'll have to try and come up with some way of actually collecting water so she doesn't die of dehydration and leave the village in the meantime. Gotta collect all these reeds, we need these reeds for straw, because that's how we're going to thatch the roof of our house. And the last couple of logs just for the roof structure, and there we go, we've built ourselves a second house. So I love how in-depth you can go with this game. So this is our villager management panel. We can now assign that woman to the newly house we've just built. Yes, let's accept that. And, well, she still hasn't got any food, water or firewood, or a job, but she has at least now got a roof over her head. So in theory, that little icon on the top left, there we go, it's gone. So now we've only got 3 problems to deal with. Well, well, well. We've actually managed to get the food and the firewood sorted, and all essentially we've got left to do now is to get this well built to try and solve the water problem. But it is pretty much night time, and this is the end of the season. You only get 3 days per season essentially, so it should be summer next. So I think probably going to gather a few logs and then I'm going to head to bed and we'll continue this well next season. Hot summer days. Well, since we've actually managed to meet 3 of the 4 needs of our villager, the rate that our mood is plummeting is actually not so bad anymore. So the slight initial panic is now over. So we've actually got a few new quests, so let's head back to the main town and continue from there. I've actually just finished off my well building on the way back through, but I've just realised that the woman actually can't work there because there's no buckets. We need buckets to use the well. I don't actually yet have the skills to make a bucket, so my plan of extreme cunning is to buy this bucket of milk, which is admittedly very expensive, and we're going to have to sell some stuff to raise money first, but then once we drink the milk, we should have a spare bucket. I've been robbed! It's only 40! This is outrageous! I paid like 280 coins for that bucket of milk. I could just buy a bucket of water.
Have a good day.
I want a refund. Well, my financial travesties aside, we have at least now met all the needs of our citizens, and her mood is improving, which is good. Not really got a job for her yet because she can't really do anything much at that well. But we have got to build a hunting lodge. But looking at it, I can't build it because I don't have enough hunting skill. So essentially we need to do a little bit more hunting first. And actually we need to be going hunting foxes or boars anyway. So essentially I think I'm just going to go start manufacturing some more spears just after we harvest this rabbit. And then we'll go hunting. Boars I think might be a little bit dangerous. So I might try and find a fox. Can see my target. Now I'm hoping if I get a hit, this spear is going to be a one-hit kill, but it is basically a sharpened wooden stick. And like a coiled tiger, he strikes, but he didn't kill him. And we missed. And I missed. Ow! Okay, and he bites. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, this is not so good. Can you take it to the face? Okay, he still didn't die. Come back here. This is not going quite according to plan. Can we... There we go. Okay, slightly stressful, but one fox is dead. Now we're going to need 2 more. Okay, so that is our hunting complete. We can now head back towards our little town, and we can actually get our hunting lodge built. I love the detail of building in this game, but I must admit it does take quite a while to get some of these buildings up. But there we go, there is our hunting lodge. And now we should be able to get our villager to work at it. So, with our villager now busily hunting for meat and drying it at the hunting lodge, it's time we get into a little bit of farming. But while we set out and get our field ploughed, we should probably go back around and cover the question we posed at the start of this video. Why is Medieval Dynasty so popular? A lot of this, in my opinion, comes down to this game's uniqueness. There really isn't a lot else like it on the market currently. It's also the depth of the game. There are really a vast and huge number of different buildings, different crafts, professions, parts of the game to explore. And when you kind of combine this with the sort of vast open world, build anywhere nature of the game, it makes for a really exciting combination. And there really isn't anything else where you can really do it in this way. It's kind of like it takes little elements of Life of Feudal, but then combines it into this single player mode. Then, finally, I think this is really improved by the fact that devs are still really active. 3 years after the game went into Steam Early Access, and they're still adding loads of new content. The game is recently launched onto console, and we've got this co-op mode coming out in December, so it's really no wonder the game still has this really solid and loyal fanbase. But anyway, I've had a really lot of fun getting back into this game. If you enjoyed the video, let me know what you think about this game down in the comments, and if you'd like to see me do sort of a bit of a co-op mode, maybe team up with a few other people, do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you all on the next one.